We're trying something new today. I don't ever do these types of videos. This is going to be an unboxing video for my green screen entire setup. So as you can see behind me, there's nothing, and that needs to be changed. Basically, I need something else behind me because I can't have a bunch of furniture in here. So the green screen is to make it so that behind me is entirely entertaining for you guys, and it makes me feel better that there's something there and not just a barren white wall. So join me on this journey as I try to unpack and learn how to assemble things, because that's not entirely my forte. We'll see how that goes. Come along. So this is actually quite fancy. It's an all-in-one bag, and I do kind of appreciate that. So off the bat, they're a little stiff too, but a lot less stiff than the Amazon basic ones. Ooh, actually this is actually much better. Ooh, oh my goodness, that one's bad. Ah! Does that look good? I think that's fine. That's a wide base. This is a very wide base. Oh, and the knobs actually turn something. Oh, that's fantastic. So we're gonna set that right here. I'm gonna try not to bonk Velma in the nose. And then we have the other side. It's gonna be hard to tell from this angle. Kind of right there. Does that look good? Does that look even? I'll adjust it off screen if it ends up being that bad. And we have four pipes. So it looks like, I believe, that the bigger holes fit into the screws at the very top of each of them and then get twisted in with those thumb screws that are right here. I don't even know if these are called thumb screws. I forgot what these are called, but you can use them with your thumb, so I'm calling them thumb screws. I don't want to hear any bullshit about it. Alright, it seems to be going just fine. So it looks like you can use these as extenders to make it longer if you so wish, but we are not going to do that today. Okay. This is very snug, but it clicks. Okay, I think that's about even, right? That should be about even right there. Okay, let's see how tall these things can get. So let's see, height-wise. No, that side is probably fine. Okay, that should be good. Alright, so this is about the height that I'm going to just leave it for this video itself. So I am, for reference, 5 foot tall. Almost exactly 5 foot tall. This is 5 feet by about, I don't know, it's almost tip to tip. So whatever that is, 4.5, almost 5 feet itself, too, from side to side. So from pole to pole. But it's about 5 by 5 is what square we have going on here. So this is a pretty decent size. Obviously, if you're a lot taller, you're going to want this extended pretty high up, too. But it's not bad, actually. Size-wise, like, I'm perfectly content with how tall and wide this is, because this is about the length of the wall space that I wanted to cover anyways, and it's just to add flair. This is just for flair and fun. And then for the actual part of this that matters the most is the green screen. So I did open it up a little bit just to see. But I thought what was kind of cool about it is that it comes with a manual. Like, these things didn't come with a manual, but a green screen does, apparently. And I thought that was very interesting, so thank you, Amazon, for providing a user manual for a photography backdrop. This is 7 by 10 feet. So the thing with green screens, too, is that it's a known fact that when you buy a brand new one, especially in a box, it's going to come wrinkled. It will. The thing to do with them is either to iron them, steam them, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw them into a dryer, and then as soon as that dryer is done and not go into low heat, I'm going to hang it up toply so that it kind of just does it itself without me having to iron this entire thing. That's my lazy way of doing it. It'll get 90% of the wrinkles out, more than likely. I don't know, I've never done it entirely before, so Worst case scenario, it shrinks the whole thing so that's unusable. But I doubt that's gonna happen. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. This is the green screen. So these are the wrinkles I mentioned. These are definitely very, very apparent wrinkles. It's going to be everywhere. Do not be alarmed. So another thing, it looks like that there is a matte side and a gloss side. So there are two different sides to this. So depending on what it is that you want to have done, you will have those two options on this particular backdrop, which I think is actually kind of cool. So for what it is, here's the backdrop up just as it is. One thing I did not point out is that it looks like there's these little slips on the sides here. And I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99.9% sure that these are for the tubes of the stands themselves or any other stand so that the whole sheet can be made tautly and not just free floating like this. The way I'll probably end up using it for some like fun things is to have it laying outward so that you can actually like sit on it and stand on it so you're not getting the reality space of your feet. And I'm going to probably end up using that in just a second. But yeah, I'm thinking that this is gonna work out pretty well. I know that like the camera doesn't show me entirely with it because I don't want to step on too much of this. There. Now you can see the highlights. But no, so this has worked out pretty well. For when I use it, I'm probably going to leave it this height because it'll be for behind my chair. I'll be shorter down. The top of my head will probably be somewhere this height. But if I'm standing up or anything, this will definitely be up a little bit higher. So this is the end result. I think it turned out actually pretty dang well. There are definitely a lot of things about this that I really do appreciate. I like that their base is very, very wide because it allows for things to be hung up that might be a little bit heavier. What I also appreciate is the fact that they gave you the extra clamps. I do really, really like that they gave you a bunch of them. I've got two hanging on this because it's not a very heavy cloth and it's only the single cloth that's being held up. But there's a lot of use case scenarios for these, such as like tightening the cloth on the side of the poles and stuff too. So I like that they gave you more with the sheet itself too. I also like that the stand itself has the extenders. So I really, really like that if this entire setup wasn't quite big enough, I could make it 2 times bigger than what it is currently. Because right now there's only 1 tube in there. Actually no, there's 2. There's 2 that's right here, so I could make it double because there's 2 extenders, so it could be double the length. Plus the extensions up and down vertically are pretty tall, so you can go pretty tall itself too with this whole entire thing. Is that gonna go well, Luna? Is that gonna go well? Oh, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. What about you, Daphne? Are you gonna come help? Each of the girls must test out the new stuff. So I think the girls approve. I approve. This has been a fun project. I appreciate you coming along with me too. But this has been fun. I'll take some pictures and I'll send them to you guys and see how those turn out. Because I've never done green screen photography before, or videography, or anything of the sort. So it's gonna be fun and interesting to see how those turn out. Yeah.